Alright, I don't want to isolate anybody, but this video isn't for anyone that has had a safety net all of their lives, whether that's come from mommy, daddy, I don't know, but it's not for those that have been beneficiaries of nepotism either. This is most likely going to appeal most to my crowd of people that are working class, just like me. The people that know that if they don't get up and grind, no one's doing it for them, but have probably still fallen in a bit of a trap that someone may be coming to save you. When I say that, I'm talking about the government, I'm talking about friends and family. You still have this lingering thought in your mind that someone might come to rescue you, someone might come to save the day in whatever capacity that may be. I'm here to tell you they're not, right? Let me give you an example. I've been out here in America for a little while now, and just about all of the times that I felt as if I was getting closer to the idea that someone was going to come through on this, or maybe someone that owed me a bit of money was going to come through on that, they haven't, right? People are going to consistently let you down, and we need to get comfortable with that fact. I've done videos about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. We have to be in situations where we know we have to be banking on our own efforts a lot of the time, and you can't always take people's word for things, right? So we actually have a little running joke called the tomorrow list, and essentially the tomorrow list is a bunch of people that we know we've taken their words at face value before, and unfortunately they haven't delivered. And as I said, that could be in any capacity, but it's what it's shown us is that we can't be looking to this one and that one to be coming to save the day for us when we're grown-ass men. Do you understand? Like, that's just not the mentality you can have, and that applies to you whether you're a man or a woman. And to be quite frank, the younger you are, the more and more you should be thinking about these things, because a lot of us, if we look back on our childhood, we probably have grown up in dire straits. We probably have grown up in horrible situations that haven't been very pleasant, and they haven't been very, how can I phrase it? It hasn't been very proficient in the sense of the amount of provision that we've had, or the amount of money that we grew up with, or the amount of enrichment that we received. So if we haven't received these things, how can we grow up and then anticipate to receive these things? It doesn't make sense. It's all back to front. So what I want everyone to start realizing and getting comfortable with is that no one is coming to save you. Nobody. There's not a soul. I'm showing you now. Like, especially if you know, as I said, you didn't grow up with that safety net. You didn't grow up with that extra bit of backing. You didn't grow up with that extra bit of cushion just in case you took a blow to the face. Bro, if life has been hitting you at God knows how many speeds, 100 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour, you need to get used to the fact that you're driving in the fast lane. And by the fast lane, I'm referring to the fact that life is never going to take it easy on you. Never. If you've never come from the cloth of having life easy, why would it start to be easy as you go on? It's not going to happen. Only you can create that comfort. Only you can do that. And you do that by getting in the uncomfortable environments that you don't want to be in. The fidgety environments where it feels like you've got things crawling on you and you can't move and you feel claustrophobic. That's when you start to make things happen. So I want to start asking people, how long are you going to continue to trade your growth for comfort? Because you don't grow in your comfort zone. It never happens. Do you understand? And we have to start to understand that there are certain things that we're going to go through in life that are genuinely there to build our character. And we need the character in order to persist through the wars that we're going to continue to go through. So this is why I want us to all be of the mentality that there is no one coming to save us. Because the more and more that we feel as if there might be, that's when the rug's going to be pulled from our feet. Do you understand? So I really want us to get into that focus of thinking, all right, I might not have it all right now, but I'm working towards it. I might not have it all figured out, but I'm working towards it. So long as you're fighting that good fight of faith, you are in a much better position than people that have never ever been prepared for the stuff that you've been through. Do you understand? The stuff you've been through, your testimony, your story, you've got to use that to anchor you to your success. That's how it works. It's not the other way around. You've got to use the things that you've been through as what actually forms you to become the person that you want to become. You have to be the change that you want to see in your own life. You have to embody it. You have to wear it. It's like a jacket. Like, you actually have to put it on, make sure it fits, make sure you're ready to go. But I'm telling you, you've been tried, tested, and proven for a time such as this. So you need to start asking yourself, how long am I actually going to allow myself to be under this impression that someone is coming to help me out? They're not. Forget about them for a second. As I said, the amount of disappointment that you might have experienced, you have to use that to strengthen you, as opposed to getting to a point where you're working up a fuss and you're getting upset because this one let you down and that one let you down. Forget about them. Forget about them. All the opportunities that have passed you by, I'm telling you, I've been there. I know that pain. Do you understand? I know it. So I'm just encouraging anyone today that is going through such a thing to make sure that you realize that, okay, no one's coming to save me. But, and however, I know that I'm in a situation whereby I'm better off than those that are not prepared for life to hit them in the face. They're not prepared for life to go left. They're not prepared for life to turn upside down. You're in a much better position than they are, right? So we need to start working towards that point where we know, like I said, cool, we haven't had the safety net. We haven't had that extra breathing room, that extra breathing space. But guess what? We have to create that for ourselves. We have to create that for our own families. We have to create that for our own children. And it's a part of our legacy. You understand? Because like I keep saying, I've said it before, no one's going to come to your funeral and be at your eulogy and make a speech and say that such and such was the greatest forklift driver in the world, and such was the greatest HR representative in the world, and such was the greatest receptionist in the world. No one's going to come talk about your job title. They're going to talk about you as a person, your character, what you are made of, the minerals that were within. That's what they're going to talk about. So let's start to look at these things that have made us who we are and got us to where we are today, and use it to encourage us over the finish line. That's what we represent here, right? Not for the weak-hearted. That's what we try and embody. That's what we try and be the standard bearers for. Do you understand? So let's get going. No one's coming to save you. Get that out of your head. Let us know in the comments any single time that you've actually been let down, been disappointed by someone else, and you're going to use that to fuel your fire now. Let us know, because we're interested. We want that engagement going, because we've been there before. Trust me. So listen, final message, final point. Just remember, no one's coming. If you're in the middle of the ocean sinking and you don't know what to do, you better start swimming. Just in case your back was up against the wall and you don't know where to go and you're cornered, you better start fighting. You better start swinging and hoping you hit something. I don't know. But you're in a situation right now, and if you're here right now as we speak, in that situation, it's on you to change it, no one else. So let's get going. Not for the weekend.